Big Jiminy.
Richard,
No.
tell me about love and loss.
Love and who? Loss?
Love and loss.
Man, love and loss, man. There's more losing than gaining in that game, you know. You love what you lost, but you didn't love what you lost. And that's why you lost it, because you didn't love it, you know. It's one of those reverse things, them oxymorons. Contradicting us.
Wise words from a wise
Yeah.
man.
You get over after a while, though. Some wounds don't heal, though. I mean, scars. Inside, outside. Everywhere.
Talking about STDs now?
Always a lot of love. Let it do sound like commercial. It's like a stock market, you know, always going up and down, and up sometimes. Love and loss, so.
That was good, man.
Seth, tell us what is the reasoning behind bros before hoes?
Bros before hoes?
Yes.
Some hoes, man. You just gotta put your bros before them.
You know, after that hoe's gone, your bros are still there, though.
Yeah, bros, I don't know, maybe it's that bond between like same gender people. Like, you know, you have your opposite sex love, but then you have your friends, and most likely the same sex as you are. Just a bond you can't break. Unless a hoe get between you, that's why you gotta put bros before hoes.
Yeah, bros grows, but hoes, they do that too. Why do women take so long to get ready when they know it's time for a date?
Well, women, they just think of themselves, they think little of themselves, you know, men. Oh, there was a study, since we're talking about that, there's a study that, I don't know who told it to me, I don't know if you were there or not, I don't know if, like, it was a teacher that told us about it or not, but it's a psychological study, like, they lay out a giant sheet of paper, and then they have the women lay down, and then the men lay down, and then, they have them draw a picture of themselves, like a life-size cutout of themselves on a paper, and I say that the men draw themselves twice as small, and the women draw themselves twice as big. It just goes into that factor, you know, like the fact that maybe, I don't know if it's the media or what goes on, you know, commercials and all of that, models, supermodels, or if women are just born with it, but they tend to think less of themselves and everything.
I guess it's that ego factor.
Yeah, and you know, it's like, the women that are like classified as hot, usually like, they just do it for fun, but the women that are truly beautiful, now those are the ones that are always like, oh, I'm so ugly, but they really mean it. They're not asking for attention or anything, they really mean it, and that's a shame, man.
Tell us about this Natalia character.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna ask that. Man, I knew. Alright, man. Well, Natalia. Random chance that I met her, and let me tell you a little story, okay? Like, you know, when we met on Heritage Gamer and everything, and,
Is that a love site? You know, look for other singles, or?
no, man, Heritage Gamer's just a site with a bunch of cool people that are hot, a bunch of hot people. There's not a single ugly person at Heritage Gamer. Now, there's this one guy who thought I was ugly, but then he posted his picture, and then everyone's like, you're not bad, so shut the fuck up. But yeah, Heritage Gamer, that's where I met her. Yeah. You know, at one time, whenever we first started talking, it was just like me and her, kind of like a buddy kind of thing. And I was kind of like a virtual pimp on Heritage Gamer, and I had like a bunch of girls. Until Natalia came along and changed all of that. Now I'm all a one-woman man. But whenever we were just friends, like, I didn't know how much I meant to her back then, because I guess I thought of her as like a friend, but she thought it was something more serious, and I wish I could have realized that, because she got kind of hurt whenever Dakota came back into my life. Yeah, she came back into my life, and then
We were all hurt.
Shut up. Anyway, I'm over that bitch now. But yeah, then she asked me if I was just like a temporary replacement for like Dakota or something, and then I don't know why I said it, dude. I actually came out and said, yeah, dude. I don't know what I was thinking. And that's when we went to meet her at Kiwanis, you know. And that's when I realized that Dakota isn't all she's cracked up to be. Michael liked her though. Man, she was sexy.
Yeah. I told you she wasn't all that cracked up from the first time I heard about her. I'm watching out for you. I'm the pigeon, the guardian pigeon.
The pigeon. But yeah, back to my story, man. Yeah, that's when I realized Dakota wasn't that hot shit and everything.
Man,
And
she wasn't even cold.
that bitch was frozen. Yeah, then I came home, and I was kind of disappointed about whenever I met Dakota. And then I realized how much Natalia meant to me. Kind of like a smack in the face, you know?
Yeah.
That cold water washed over me. I was baptized. Baptized by the preacher of love. Cupid's arrow shot me by the blood. And now, after that, we were in love, like, totally. I defied an oath for her, like, I said I'd never get into online relationships again, but, looks like I did. Remember my last one? Julie? Yeah, the ugly one?
Yeah.
Pretty ugly. Out of 10, what would you rate it?
Oh.
That's about a 5.
Yeah, I'm gonna be nice and throwing a 6.
5.5. We'll compromise here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I divided an oath for her because I realized that, you know, online relationships can be cool if you find the right person. Because, you know, Julie and I, whenever we were in love, we weren't in love, dude. I tell you, we weren't in love. Now that I've been with Natalia, I know what love is. And Julie and I weren't in love. But it was kind of like an RPG, man. It really was like we wouldn't actually sit down and talk like Natalia and I did. We just put actions in stars like, oh, hey baby, hugs, kisses. How you been? Starts making dinner. You know, it was so stupid. I feel so dumb. Did I ever tell you about that before?
Yeah. I said it's like a world inside
Yeah.
another one.
Yeah, it's different with me. Man. I think I could ramble on forever, dude,
Yeah.
but I don't want to keep you sitting up with
Well,
the camera.
did you two? When you two plan on meeting?
As soon as as soon as we can drive, man.
Oh, okay.
As soon as we can drive and we get a break, we're gonna go down there.
Down to Florida.
Yeah, down to Florida, or if it's a little later, if she's going to Emory University, we can go to Atlanta, Georgia, which is much
Oh
closer.
yeah, I can handle that.
Who else do you think we should take with us? Like, I know me and you. You think it should just be me and you?
Well, whoever you think could handle it now. Do you don't want nobody coming there showing up crazy now?
I think we need Emo because he's used to driving in the city and stuff.
Yeah.
And Natalia lives around Miami-ish.
Miami-ish.
Yeah, Miami-ish. Yeah, she told me last night that Miami has a bunch of subdivisions. They all consider themselves little cities, but they're just subdivisions.
So I hear that there's going to be a continuation on this Julius Caesar movie.
Yes, there is going to be a continuation on Julius Caesar. It's going to be much more epic, longer. And rumor has it that it's going to be just one giant movie split in two. There's going to be a trilogy.
Uh-oh.
You know, they did that with Pirates of the Caribbean, with the Matrix trilogy, like the second and third one. They just shot it, split it in two. That's like one giant movie. That's what the next Julius Caesar is going to be.
We hear that there's a possible unveiling of new characters.
Oh yeah, there's gonna be a ton of new characters. Like, wow, lots.
If all goes well.
If all goes well, and if we have enough money to pay people. I don't know. If they demand money, what do we do?
We'll say we give it to them and don't. Use invisible ink for a contract.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, that stuff probably expensive though.
I don't know. Doesn't your sister have like an invisible pen? Oh, no, I'm thinking Andrew's sister.
That would be neat. Oh, you get some of that exploding glue. Like you touch something and it pops.
I don't change the subject. I'm changing the subject because I'm talking about your sister.
Cut!